don't think it's scaremongering to point out that Europe is by far our biggest export market, that if you look at a whole host of voices from our government to financial experts to the President of the United States, they've all pointed out that there would be serious problems for Britain if we came out. And I don't think that is scaremongering, but I do take the point that this gentleman made about the positive case for Europe. And I think there is a positive, a moral case for Europe, a case that says there is another Europe, a Europe that has been a forum for solidarity of working people in countries across Europe, that has won and protected us rights at work like paternity leave and maternity leave, and the right to challenge employers, and health and safety laws that have actually kept some of my constituents in Wigan alive as a result. And I think there's another Europe as well, the sort of Europe that helps us to deal with the major challenges that we in Britain face, whether it's the mass movement of people, whether it's global terrorism, or whether it's climate change. You know, just a few months ago, the fact that we were able to work with the rest of the European Union to tackle climate change didn't just help to raise our ambition in Britain, it helped to raise Europe's ambition, and it helped to raise the world's ambition. And that's why I think we're better off in Europe.
What you said to the point that Nigel Lawson made, that these other states want a United States of Europe, and we don't, and therefore should get out.
Well, I just think that you know, we've heard a lot from the other side about how everything will be fine when we leave the European Union. We'll be able to trade with other nations, negotiate our own deals. But then you have the President of the United States who comes over and says, well, actually, no, that's not true. So I just think...
No, but that wasn't the point he was making. He was making the point that this was going to become a United States of Europe, which we didn't want. That's
well,
the point.
Well, I think what we've seen over the last few years, actually, is that we get to make decisions about some of those really important issues. Right. So, for example, Isabel talked about unrestricted immigration. We are currently having a row in the UK about whether we can stand up and take just 3,000 of the 90,000 displaced children fleeing war in Syria that are currently in Europe. If that tells you anything, it tells you that we have the power to control our own borders if we can't even be bothered to take such a small number of children fleeing.